The week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they've responded to the challenge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. 23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Benny Snell Jr., the rookie from Kentucky. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger complete. The tight end Kelsey. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
You better be afraid of me. You better.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get into him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. On first down, here's Breida. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of 2 there, second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The seasoned vet out of Penn State, Cameron Wake, in to drop him.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I think this one comes under the heading of sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because you and I both know coaches go crazy seeing their quarterbacks roll out, in this case to the...
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Taco Charlton. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Tyson Alualu gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll set up to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. A very solid gain of 27.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Now back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
They're running it. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
He'll look to throw. And he finds Howard complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle. And he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
I got one. Check, crunch.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Boswell's kick is good. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Hold on. Hang with us. Shoot up.
2nd and 10. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
Mike,
40-yard line.
check 55. Mike.
Yeah, that's what I do.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Roethlisberger. It's Kelsey on the ground. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
They got a completion there, but that's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards, we're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
The They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Roethlisberger will throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Travis Kelce, his 4th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running out of the gun here, Breida. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
He'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Got an open man, it's Washington. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
It's 4th down.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Now Roethlisberger. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he's got this down to the 35. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Steelers' 36-yard line.
2nd and 11. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Josh Hawkins with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their... In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on 1st down, Roethlisberger complete to Washington. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing.
And that's caught inside the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with Breida. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now it's Breida. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. He'll drop to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down up past the 15. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Roethlisberger going to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the 1st quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
Going top shelf. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 77 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, 83 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 41. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down again. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan,